hands, all email exchanges, all, tours of the home, things of that nature. All of that is, when it's reduced to writing, that agreement looks like exactly what you spoke about. And we can only do that at the point in which we have healthy lines of communication. So I just say, sometimes it can feel like we're kind of in competition because, you're negotiating one thing that may be, in my opinion, adverse to my client or to our client. But at the end of the day, we're working on the same team. So it's no different from if, sometimes you have mom and dad. Mom and dad have to do what's in the best interest of that child. If the client is our child, we have to do certain things, even though we may not necessarily always agree. We have to talk on the back end, but we're talking and making sure that we're getting our client into the best position possible when it comes to that agreement, and making sure that agreement reflects every single thing that our client needs and has discussed and has negotiated on.
So I'll move on to the next question. So over the years, I've had many people ask me, do you think I'll be successful in real estate? Do you think I have what it takes? I get all these questions. How did you get started? Why did you get started? And I always tell people that you have to have the mindset of a CEO of any Fortune 500 company. It is no different. It is no different if you bought a Chick-fil-A, a Blimpie, or any other franchise. The mindset has to be that of a CEO of any major company. That's the only thing I can equate it to, is to make sure your mind is always thinking about the business, budgeting for the business. So I want you to tell me about your mindset and how it's impacted your business, either in the beginning, now, middle. Just give us an idea of your mindset and what it took for you to. So I think that's a lot of it with new people. They see us, they hear us, they see us closing deals, and they try to mimic what they see on social media, but that's not really the heart and the meat of what we do. And it's deeper than just closing deals. It starts from deep within your soul and up here. It's up here more so than out there, what you all see. Because some people buy followers, I want y'all to know that. So who wants to, Kimberly, Reponzell, want to start?
I'll go ahead and start. For me, you have to look at your business as a business. I think for me, I run to a lot of realtors, and I do residential real estate, so I run to a lot of people who have questions to me about how to be a successful residential realtor. Most of the people, I can talk to them for about 30 minutes and realize that they don't see real estate as a business. They want to sell houses. There's a difference between running a business and just selling a house. When you're running a business, I get up in the morning, I take a shower. I work downstairs in my house. I have a 4 office. I get up, I get dressed, I put on my makeup, I go to work because I'm going to work. I don't go to work in my pajamas. I don't go to work and not dressed up. First of all, in real estate, as soon as you don't put on clothes, someone calls you and wants to go see a house. Okay, so you have to always be ready, right? So I'm always ready. So we get up, we get ready. I have a team. I have 2 residential real estate agents that also helps with my buyers, and we have, we get together, we talk about who we're working with, what we're doing, and we get out and we make it happen. But you have to get up every day knowing that only you can make it happen. You are a business of one. If you don't have anyone on your team, if you don't make it happen, it's not going to happen. So you can get caught up in watching television and relaxing and hanging out with your friends, and because you work for yourself. And because you work for yourself, you always think you have time to go shopping and doing a lot of stuff during the week because you work for yourself. So there's some advantages of working for yourself because you do have flexibility and you do have the ability to go and do some things sometime. But Monday through Friday, mostly Monday through Saturday, we are on the grind Monday through Friday day from the time I get up. Now I've had to learn to have a stop time because you can do this 7, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, you're still working. It's not good. You need time off. I will share something with you guys that I did incorporate in my own life. I do what I call a 24-hour shutdown once a month. Personally, for me, I go check into a hotel. I don't want to talk to anyone, my husband, my children, my friends, no clients, no one. And agents' first question to me is always, how do you do that? How do you not use your phone? I turn it off. And if you put, there's a thing on your phone that if you can leave a message, I don't know if y'all know about that little technique. It says, you've reached Reponzell Morris. I will be unavailable for the next 24 hours. If you need immediate attention, please contact, leave someone's name and number. Otherwise, I'll call you back tomorrow after 4 o'clock. Check in the hotels. You can stay at home if you want to, but that's the best 24 hours of my life. I mean, it gives me time to rejuvenate and to just refresh myself so that I can be a better agent and a better client, a better mother, a better friend, a better everything for everybody, because this job is hard. If you're doing it, you already know it's hard. Some days you don't want to talk to anybody. So that's it for me.
I was going to say, if someone asked me to answer that question for them, like, do you think I'm going to be successful in commercial real estate? I can't answer that. If you don't know, I don't. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to believe in yourself. My faith's not going to work for you. Because, I mean, if you don't have faith in yourself, what am I going to do for you? So, this is real talk. So I got, I guess, equipped for this type of business in college. So every summer I went somewhere different. I like experiences and opportunities. So someone asked, it was a Southwestern company, and they came to my college and they said, hey, do you want to sell books door to door and make some money this summer? And I said, how much money can I make? You know? And so I took that opportunity. I went, and the rule was you had to be up, you had to take a cold shower every morning. Well, first of all, they gave us a map. They gave me a map that said my territory was St. Louis. I had to go out there, had to knock on doors and ask somebody to live with them, and I'll pay them $20 a week. And I lived with them. I took cold showers in the morning. I had to knock on the first door at 7:59 a.m. and I couldn't come in until 10:59 p.m. selling books door to door. Okay, so that was how my entrepreneurship and work ethic started. It was like up first thing in the morning, and first thing, and in the evening. And the cold showers was just, I think they were just trying to brainwash. I think they were really just trying to save the people some money. But I think it was just, hey, this is what we do. This is our culture. This is how you make money. It was conditioning you to get out there and work hard. But also, like, this is something I posted on Instagram this morning, and every day I build up myself. So when I was selling books door to door, it was me in a car and some people I didn't know in St. Louis. And I'm knocking on doors in the heat. And I had, every day I felt like Peter on that boat. I'm like, okay, step out on the water, get out the boat, girl, get out the boat. Or, it was literally like, okay, I have to get out this car. And so same thing with real estate. It's just like I had to motivate myself. You have to be a self-motivator. You have to be energetic, be about your own game, because it's just you. You got to make it happen. I can't do that for you. So like this morning, I texted, I said, happy Thursday, everyone. Today, we will exceed all expectations. We will set our sights high and achieve all goals. We will look for ways to work smarter, not harder. We will visualize positive outcomes before the circumstances sway our thinking. We will create the best environment to succeed. We will show up and be better than they ever imagined. We will walk through doors that God opened. We will accept opportunities that only God ordained. We will stay positive in the midst of adversity. We will show up and seize the day. We will be the best and nothing less. And I said that to myself. And then I shared it with y'all. But that's what you have to do in this business. Real talk.
Yes, I love all of that. It's all about, self-affirmations, telling yourself you can do it. It's pushing through. It's a hard business. It's nothing easy. So it's all about just structure, staying organized, being on top of your tasks. Because we all should have our weekly and daily professional goals that we set aside for ourselves, and make sure we're hitting that every week, every month, or however. Just organization is huge also. We live in a smart world. We have smartphones everywhere, devices. We have to use them. Make sure that we are on top of our appointments, on top of just everything, and contractual agreements and transactions that we're doing every day. There are timelines that need to be met. There are due diligence periods. There are home inspections that have to be done, and closings. So you want to make sure you're on top of everything. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
For me, I would say I developed this. Okay, so just to give some background, I have been going back and forth with different opportunities, different roles, finding myself always in the same position about a year in. I get in, I'm like, oh, I was so excited when I got the job. I'm going to do this in this job, I'm going to do that in this job. And when I get into this position, I can't do any of it. I'm limited, and it's mostly because of politics. my appetite for entrepreneurship is probably, it may be the same as some of you, it may be different. I wanted to be in a position where I could help people how I wanted to help them, when I wanted to help them. And, you know, of course, all legal, but you know, but I wanted to be in a position where I had a say, you know, and where my voice really and truly counted. So, you know, I realized that I was going through a lot of crap, just with working the 9 to 5, or realistically 7 to 7, even for another employer, you know, and dealing with stuff that I just said, you know, if I'm gonna go through a hard time, I'm gonna go through this hard time on my own watch, on my own payroll. And so what I took from that, you know, one day I was talking to my grandmother about it, and she said, you know, turbulence is the price you pay to fly high. And so no matter what situation you're gonna go through, you're gonna have some hard days, whether you're employed or self-employed, well, employed by someone else or self-employed. And so I'm like, I'd rather take that, I'd rather take that turbulence and have the freedom and to, you know, to do these things on my own, and to you know, make my own path of success. And so for me, it's taking that mentality and embracing it every day, and coupling that with faith, walking through and realizing, okay, ouch, I scratched my knee today, that hurt, but I'm gonna get back up tomorrow, it's gonna heal, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make another transaction, and then I'm gonna be successful tomorrow. Okay, and then I reach my success. I don't stay stuck on my success. So if I had a good day, I pat myself on the back for it. I get back up and I treat the next day like it's for a fresh new start, because sometimes we can get a high off of, you know, that success, and then, you know, that blinds us from everything else that's gonna come down our path. So having, you know, that type of mentality, just, you know, it's gonna be a struggle today, it may not be, but regardless of what, this is all a part of the process, and I guess having that sense of grit.